GNCC Racing!
So I just wanted to talk about the track a little bit before we got to the video because I thought this race was insane. I have never raced on anything like this before. It was mostly sand with a lot of water, a lot of deep ruts all over the place, like ruts you wouldn't want to go in or else you might be stuck there the entire race. It was definitely sketchy, but it was still fun and it was a lot of work. I got some good video. Let's check it out.
Dude. All right, we got some deep ruts here at Camp Coker. Wonder how Caleb Russell is going to handle this.
All right, let's check out this one spot here. This is the youth riders in the early AM. And here's the same spot with my helmet cam. It's getting worse by the 10 o'clock race. And then we'll head on over to the PM race. And oh boy, that does not look good there. Looky there, we even got an XC1 rider getting stuck in it. That was no joke. That's the route I liked off the left-hand side. Oh, and you know that guy, I think he actually wanted to do the high line, but the guy behind him was revving, and I think it was just probably enough to make him kind of juke to the left there and then ends up in the bad line. Number 533, though, putting in work after his morning race, helping guys out. I'm sure they appreciate that. We started pointing out lines to these guys, and it only took 5 or 6 guys, and they built a nice rut. And it was pretty much, you know, one way. Everyone was going that one way.
Over here, over here.
There goes Jonathan Johnson. That guy's ripping. All right, check out these pros coming off on the left-hand side of the screen. They're pretty much the only guys that were going on that side of the track. Almost everybody else was coming down on the right-hand side with these big, long ruts. So those guys just see things differently than the rest of us, and they were hauling. There goes Strang. He got out ahead of Caleb here. Caleb's in second place. And spoiler alert, that's how they're going to finish the race. With Grant Baylor coming in third place. Caleb had a nasty get-off. He talked about it on his Instagram if you want to check that out. Oh yes, there was a lot of people taking dirt samples at the track, including Grant. We were just talking about him. I took a few vegetation samples here. They were delicious. And look who it is. Cody Webb, Hard Enduro / Trials rider, shows up. That was pretty cool. I guess he had all of 2019 off due to an injury. I heard about that on the Pipe podcast with T. Shep. He's got a lot of good interviews over there with some of our favorite riders. All right, here we go. kind of a wild and crazy start. I wasn't expecting all that sloppiness around the turn there. And I'm going to kind of jump around here with the video just to show you a couple different spots around the track and keep it short and sweet. So here on the first lap, I'm really kind of just warming up to the track, and I'm really not sure what to expect. And I know there's, you know, deep ruts and holes all over the place. So I'm just kind of riding at a, you know, not a push pace, but just kind of like a comfortable, don't get in trouble pace. And, you know, I should be pushing it a little bit harder than I am here. Whoops, picked the wrong line here. Dear Kawasaki, please put e-starts on your dirt bikes. Thank you, Racing Jason. Oh boy, that could have buried the bike right there. Man, I'm choosing all the wrong lines here in this little spot. All right, we're kind of coming up on an interesting spot here. It's going to get pretty dicey. I'm kind of surveying the landscape, and I decide I'll head off to the left side of the trail here. Looks like it was a good maneuver. However, I come off the bike, eat some grass, and it didn't look like much, but my thumb got hung up on the handlebar when I came off, and I tweaked my thumb. So I'm trying to assess the damage here with my thumb, and it don't feel good, I can tell you that. But, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell when the adrenaline's going. So, you know, I just decide, well, let me just keep going here for a while and see if it gets worse or it gets better or what. And, you know, after a while I decide that, you know, I could keep riding the bike, but every time I try to push my pace and I start, you know, hitting the bumps harder, my thumb is saying, no, we ain't doing that. But, you know, I'm out here racing on a fun track. I already drove out here. I paid the fees, and I figure, what the heck, man? I might as well just keep riding. And so I did. I finished 4 laps, saw the checkered flag, and had a really good time. GNCC Camp Coker was epic. I'm glad I did it.